very flattering, but I don't think that I could justify accepting that much money and a house in Aspen just for dressing up once as an elf. Oh, Neil, where have you been? You're supposed to meet me a half hour ago.
I'm sorry. I just spent the last 10 hours working on a nutrition label trying to find a euphemism for known carcinogen.
What's wrong? That felt so perfunctory.
I'm sorry, you're right. It's this job. I never pictured myself doing anything like this after college. I cannot believe my only two choices were this or sponge bathing a 200-pound woman while saying to her, "No, Mrs. Himmel, I'm not your sister Gertrude."
Neil, forget about it. Come on, you're with me now.
You know how you sometimes ask me if I would just go away with you to some remote, untamed South Seas paradise, drop everything? Well, if you ask me right now, I might just do it.
Well, that's great, Neil, but can we wait till after this weekend? My cousin who joined the Moonies is getting married Saturday to whoever sits next to her at Madison Square Garden. But in the meantime, here's a little something untamed to hold you over. Concentrate this time.
I promise.
God, you're spectacular. I've been looking for you forever.
Gee, a psychotic ex-boyfriend. What are the odds?
Do I know you?
I rarely say this, but let's not focus on me. I'm Lucas Cage. Yes, the Lucas Cage, the designer.
Oh, God, right. I saw your picture in Vogue, dumping a peach Kier on Sandra Bernhard.
Believe me, that's the only way she could have gotten into that magazine. Let me look at you. Who did this to you? Quick, quick.
I did what?
Who took a Tessa Smith that I wouldn't put down for my Shih Tzu and turned it into something that would get my aunt a boyfriend?
Actually, I did this. With this one, I was spending my usual 2 hours in my closet hating everything. Then I had lunch. Then I went back in and pinned up the skirt and added the petticoat. And then I got a phone call from my father asking me to help his new girlfriend pick a college. So that's when I ripped this.
You're hired.
What?
I have less than 8 days to get this look into my show. The pay is terrible, the hours are long, and I'm prone to wildly erratic mood swings. Oh, God, Lucas, stop selling.
I mean, great. I guess I could give it a try.
That's the same sound Mrs. Gunnarsson's Chihuahua makes when she pinches his neck with her walker.
I'll see you at 7. Unless I forgive Jeffrey for forgetting to iron my jeans, then I'll see you at 8.
Wow, I can't believe this just happened. Lucas Cage is one of the hottest designers in the fashion world, and he just walked in here and hired me.
Tomorrow you'll be starting an incredibly glamorous career, and tomorrow I'll be refuting a report that our breakfast cereal has the same effect on second graders as 15 cc's of injectable crystal methadone.
Who did this to my cocktail dress? It's astonishing. So wild, so raw, untamed, wonderfully destructive.
So, you like it?
You have a gift, a wonderful gift. Breaks my heart to know that within a year you'll leave me, get your own label, and suddenly become an untalented bitch.
You know, it was Janice's idea to add that extra button.
There, it's gone.
I'm a worthwhile human being and I have something to contribute. I'm a worthwhile human being and I have something to contribute.
What the hell is this bill for 200 yards of aluminum? If I wanted to go into the siding business, I would have gone in with my brother Lou, the all-weather king.
What else would we be doing with it? We're making bras, you adding machine with a fly.
Who makes bras out of aluminum? They're supposed to support the Hooters, not keep them from rusting. Who's the redhead, and what does she do that 3 immigrants couldn't do for less?
I'm Alicia. And there's no need to be rude just because you know I wouldn't be caught dead in that Upper East Side apartment with the circular bed that your wife doesn't know about.
I like her.
You should like her. She's great. Trust me, this show will be such a success that when the collection agencies call, you'll be able to stop using that Pakistani accent.
Hey, you keep laughing and you may be caught dead in this jacket.
Neil, I'm so glad you're here. This is so exciting. What a first day. I mean, I've only been here a few hours, and they've already ordered the material for my first 3 sketches. And today, Lucas said that I was a genius, and for the first time in my life, I complained that there weren't enough onion bagels. So how was your morning?
Pretty eventful, too. In the middle of the taste test, one of the kids from our breakfast cereal focus groups broke free, and I had to chase him 48 blocks and pry him off the top of the Washington Square Arch. We should celebrate your new job. Where should we have lunch?
Alicia, I'm in a living hell. I hate everything I've ever done, and I'm this close to throwing it all away and touring the country on my moped.
Oh, that's some jacket.
I have to wear it. It was a gift.
No, I like it. It's a good poly blend. Cheap, almost looks like wool.
I know, it's from my Uncle Maury's Young Mister collection. The only drawback is that when it gets wet, it releases a minute amount of toxic gas.
Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant. I would have never thought of taking the skirt off entirely. What made you think of it?
I don't know. Neil walked in and I just suddenly had the impulse to do it.
This explains why I'm still in this relationship, despite the fact that every morning my mother hands me a steak knife and says, kill me this way, it'll be quicker.
Lucas, we're going to lunch.
Lunch? Lunch? You can't go to lunch. You know who goes to lunch? Women named Blanche go to lunch. Is your name Blanche? I don't think so.
Lucas, come on, it's only an hour.
Don't you realize how important this is? I have a show in 2 days.
Lucas, Neil came all the way down here to see me, and besides, it'll be a quick lunch. He's got a job.
And maybe you should stay. It's your first day, there's a lot to do, and I haven't seen a guy this close to tears since Camp Tomahawk, when the only counselor Wesley Peterman trusted threw him in the water.
I'm really sorry, Neil. I promise I'll make it up to you.
I think you just did.
What? Did you lose something in there?
Still not here, huh, Neil?
She may still show up. She probably just has a few things to finish up at work.
You're amazing. 6 nights in a row she's too busy to see you, and you finally make a date and she's 4 hours late. But look at you. You're so patient and understanding and tolerant of her needs. You're not threatened by her success. You're totally supportive of what she's doing. How come I can never have an orgasm with a guy like that? Oh, well. Hi, Bruno.
What? I just went out with Lucas's star model, Katrina.
So, where's Alicia? I've been trying to reach her at work for 3 hours, but all I get is some guy who speaks Cantonese. The only English he seems to know is all day long I'd itty-bitty bum if I were a wealthy man. I'm guessing he picked that up from Saul. Let me give it a shot.
Go hong lang go hong to phát mùi Alicia. Hong hong do. Go lo chúc ging phang. Yong lo chong yi dong quy gong. I'm sorry, I'm a little rusty. Either he's getting her, or you just bought a '79 Chevy that's missing a door.
Alicia? Hi. Yeah, I can hardly hear you. Can you ask him to turn on that Fiddler soundtrack? Yeah. So, well, yeah, I have been waiting. No, don't feel bad. Really? You've already gotten someone to order one of your designs? Before the show, that's incredible. And what else? Saul was able to keep down a soft-boiled egg. Well, it sounds like things are really going great there. Yeah, so do you think it'll be much longer? Uh-huh. No, that's okay. I just miss you, you know? Because I don't know if you remember, but in about a minute, it's going to be the 2-month anniversary event, and you said you thought you could love me. Mm-hmm. No, I didn't have anything planned. We can celebrate any time. It doesn't have to be tonight, you know, whenever.
The world may have ended, but romance is still alive and well.
This is repulsive.
Love is in the air. On Whoops.
I'm okay.
An all-new episode coming up next.
Hey, you. What? What do you think I pay you to stand around? Come on, get moving.
I don't work here.
You don't? You're not somebody's idiot son?
No, I'm Neil, Maury Barish's nephew, remember?
Oh, right. You know, this is also very, very nice. Put down that bagel, Chin Lee. You are not on a break yet.
Neil.
We have to talk.
God, I missed you.
Oh, that kiss was so great, I barely felt that straight pin piercing my lower lumbar region. Amazingly enough, my tennis elbow was better.
I'm sorry. Listen, I'm really sorry I couldn't meet you at the club last night. We've been so busy. What was it you wanted to talk about?
Well, it's kind of hard for me to say, you know, but since you started your job here, I mean, you've been working all these hours, and aren't you starting to get a little tired of this?
Neil, they love me here. I mean, yeah, I'm on my feet all day, and there's more screaming going on than when my mother found my father in my playpen with that au pair girl. But, you know, it's the first time I'm really being appreciated for my talent.
I think it's great that you have this in your life, and I'm also at the same time feeling great for you.
No, not in a million years. This one, okay? Sorry, you're feeling?
Horny and alone.
Neil, I'm sorry. It's just been so crazy.
Alicia, Lucas says you have to approve my choice of thread to sew the labels with.
Oh, that's ridiculous. You're perfectly capable of picking out one piece of thread. Oh.
What are you, an idiot? White thread for this? What are you, a Sikh? Where do I find these kind of people?
I'm supposed to ask, are you coming to Thanksgiving dinner, Uncle Saul?
No.
Alicia, it's just that after competing for you with Latin American revolutionaries, moody obsessed artists, and the guy who sets the interest rates, you know, the last thing I thought was losing you to a guy who last I saw was sewing a sequin butterfly to a brassiere while humming Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy.
Well, you haven't lost me. In 2 days, the show will be over, and everything will be back to the way it was. And then you and I can make up for anything we might have missed.
Well, if it's a 3-day weekend, we order all our food in and keep our conversations to a minimum, we'll have a fighting chance.
Everybody, out of the tongue bath. Alicia, I have something very important to ask you.
No, Lucas, I will not go hunting with you and your father just so we'll keep you in the will.
Oh, not that. I'm about to offer you a job that will make people who don't even know you hate you forever. Full-time associate designer to me, Lucas Cage.
Well, I don't know. Neil and I were just...
Oh, I saw what you were just doing. We'll put that behind us. Alicia, I'm sensing some hesitation here. Trust me, this is as close as anyone gets to being guaranteed a career in this business. You know, if I were you... Oh, God, Lucas, it's not possible. Stop torturing yourself.
Well, I don't know. I just want to be sure I won't be working this hard all the time.
Oh, God, no. The only thing that works this hard all the time is Saul's hair color.
Sounds like too great an opportunity to pass up.
Great! We leave for Milan on Saturday.
Milan, Italy?
That's what we do. We spend half the year here, half the year there. It's always rough on Jeffrey, but that's why we have tropical fish.
Oh, Neil, what an incredible offer. We have to go.
We? What do you mean, we?
You just said you were ready to drop everything and go anywhere with me. And, Neil, I've been to Milan. It's great. The art, the food, the music, the men. Sorry. Did I mention the art?
Alicia, I can't just pick up and go. I have a life here. I guess if I find somebody to feed my grandmother every other Sunday, I guess I don't.
Oh, Neil.
Milan, Italy?
Alicia has this great job offer. She wants me to come with her.
But you have a job. You have a life. Well, who's gonna feed Grandma?
Dad, this is a chance for me to go away with the girl I'm crazy about, and it's not like I'm crazy about this job.
I'm shocked. You never told me you didn't like it here.
Dad, I tell you that every day.
Never. When?
Dad, I tell you every morning on the way into work. Maybe you don't hear me because you're too busy rhapsodizing about the wonders of your travel coffee mug. Yelling, hey, let them honk, I'm doing the limit.
Listen, Neil. Just because you don't like a job doesn't mean you shouldn't do it for the rest of your life. These are tough times, Neil. Job security is nothing to sneeze at.
Hey, you guys hear about Becker in marketing? 3 kids, 24 years of unfailing service with the company. Of course, if you want to say goodbye to him, he's sitting on a small apple crate in front of the building, waiting for his son to come pick him up.
Oh, my God. What happened?
His cracker didn't test well. This is the man who put the whippy doodle in every kid's lunchbox across America. And now he's getting a ticket for loitering. Well, on the plus side, Becker was too stunned to clean out his office. There was quite a feeding frenzy in there. But I managed to get you his Father's Day present.
Okay, Neil, forget the job. Do you have any idea what my life would be like if your mother had no one else to focus on? The woman would be unchained. Next thing, she'll be going with me to buy bathing suits, yelling, "I don't think that one 20 years ago, maybe."
Dad, this is my life. I mean, in a few days, I could be living in Italy with Alicia.
But Neil, what's there for you? What do you even know about Milan?
There's a lot of art. They have great food.
And that's all you know?
Actually, I hear the men are incredible.
Neil, what are you going to do there?
Well, you know, I'll probably be spending most of my time frantically leafing through a phrase book for the words, "Hey, you in the Speedo, get your hands off her."
That's the kind of life you want? Living in her shadow? Nothing to do until she comes home from work? Basically, what I'm asking you, Neil, is do you want to be like your Uncle Marvin the day after he retired?
Dad, I love her, and if I don't go, I'm going to lose her.
But Neil, you do love this girl. I think the question is, what's best for her? And if it also happens to be the best for your mother and me, so be it.
Okay, so letters from your parents. We open, read to see if either of them are getting remarried, and then if not, we throw them away and send the money to you.
Right. And any packages from that Everett guy?
Yeah, we know. Put it in the bathtub, call the bomb squad,
And leave the apartment immediately.
And this time, don't forget to tell the other tenants.
Hey, so, how'd the show go?
Oh, God, total chaos. Katrina started screaming at Lucas. Lucas started screaming at Saul, and Saul started screaming at Janice, and Janice started screaming the patty cake song and repeatedly stabbing a dress dummy. But the good news is Saul wrote $400,000 worth of business without having to use hookers. The audience really seemed to like my designs.
Alicia, it looks like you're on your way to becoming a successful, world-famous clothing designer. And not to take away from your moment, but I just got a job where I get to wear a really big pirate hat.
We should really get going. Listen, I'm really not one for saying goodbye. I never know what to say except bye. I'll miss you. The way you look in the morning, all tousled and sleepy. The way you burst in a room like a firecracker that just exploded. And the way you just make everything seem so much more alive and vibrant when you're around.
Bye.
Neil. You're not coming with me, are you?
Alicia, how could I go with you? I'd just be an appendage. I mean, what would I do? You'd be out working all day, and I'd be sitting in the hotel room calling down to the desk to ask them how many lira it costs to have the 3 o'clock showing of Mr. Baseball pumped into the room. I can't follow you around the world. There are already 3 other guys doing that.
4. They formed a band. They're very big in Sweden for some reason. Neil, if you're not gonna go, what am I gonna do?
You're gonna go to Milan and become an incredible fashion designer. Look, don't think about me. It's not about me. It's about you. It's your life and an opportunity that may never come again.
Neil, you're just trying to be noble.
I was, but you kind of blow it if you admit it.
What about us?
Us is not what's important.
Us is not important. Neil, could you stop with the noble stuff? It's really senseless. Neil, how can I make a decision this important if you won't tell me how you really feel?
You want to know how I feel? I'll tell you how I feel. I feel like the best part of my life is about to end, and I'm going to spend the next 6 months with the same look on my face as those monkeys in space when they realized there was no plan to bring them back. I really care about you, and I desperately want to ask you to stay, but I can't. You have a gift, and when you look back at your life and ask if you have any regrets, I don't want one of them to be that you didn't do this.
Wow, Neil.
Well, what do you think?
Well, when you first said you weren't going, I wasn't going to go either, but God, after what you just said, how could I not go?
See, this is why when we're scalping tickets, my father never lets me do the talking.
Neil.
There's someone wearing one of your dresses.
Whoa. This is weird.
You better get used to it.
This is horrible. Neil, the things that I wear, that's me, but now it's her and oh God, her.
I feel like that was the fun of being a clothing designer.
Neil, it's not like I planned it. It just happened. I mean, I thought it would be a kick. I mean, this is worse than when I came down for my senior prom and my mom was rolling a cocktail onion across my date's chest with her tongue. Every woman in this world gonna wear this dress?
Does it come in a 26X because my Aunt Sadie is looking for something stunning to wear when my Uncle Charlie wakes up from his cataract surgery?
Neil, I'm not going to Milan.
Are you kidding? You're just saying that because based on what a few women are wearing, you're gonna pass up the opportunity of a lifetime?
No, I'm saying, how can I pass up a guy who won't let me pass up an opportunity of a lifetime? Come on, let's get out of here. This is like one of those dreams where your dolls start attacking you. Okay.
Wednesday, when Dylan runs away from his problems with Brenda and Kelly, he falls into the arms of an older woman on an all-new 90210. Stay tuned. Whoops is next.